Hello everyone. Today we are diving deeper into the most powerful feature, that is indexing and slicing. These operations allow us to efficiently access and manipulate data within DataFrame. Understanding how to use log and ilog functionality properly will make your data analysis task much easier and more efficient. This indexing and slicing is important as it helps in selecting specific rows and columns for analysis. It allows efficient data filtering and subsetting, and it is essential for handling large data sets in real world applications. Before we explore log and ilog, let's revise how to access columns in Pandas data frame. So as an example, sample data frame is provided and this dictionary data is converted to the data frame and it is printed using inbuilt functionality. Let us run the program to check the sample data. So here 5 columns and 4 rows are available. Now suppose we want to access a single column named component, so we may print df and within its square bracket we will provide the label, that is component. So it will print only data related to the component and its index position. So let us run the program. So here the index positions and the component data are printed. So here you can see that it returns the pandas series. Now next we need to understand again two inbuilt functionalities, that is log and ilog. So to understand that, let us go to the presentation. The first log functionality is known as the label based indexing. To use the log functionality, we will type log. Within square bracket, we may provide row label, comma, column label. The second is the ilog functionality, and that is the integer based indexing. So for that, we may type ilog and within its square bracket row index, comma, column index. So in these both functionalities, you may get the difference that log is available for label based indexing and ilog is available for integer based indexing. Now let's explore log functionality. For that, again go to VS Code. Now here, suppose we want to access a single row using log functionality, we will type df.log and within its square bracket 1. So this will consider that we are referring to the row with the index level 1. Let us run the program to check the output. So here you can see that row with index level 1 is having component bearing, material brass, weight 150 and the price 30. The name of this row is 1 and the data type is object. Now next, suppose we want to access the entire material column using this functionality. So we need to type df.log within its square bracket. First we refer the column and we are not providing any values, so it refers to the all data of the row, comma, we want to consider only material column, so within double quote the label provided is material. So this will select the entire material column. So it will give us the output, the data of all entries available within this material column. To check the output, let us run the program. So here you can see that the labels and the data of material column are provided. The name of the column is material and the data type is object. Next, suppose one want to access the specific cell using this log functionality, and for that, suppose we want to access second row and within this second row we want to access the data of weight column. So we need to type df.log. 2 refers to the label of the second row, comma, weight refers to the column name. So it will give us the data from the second row, and from the weight column it will print the output 320. Run the program to check the output. So here we are getting the output 320. Next, we may also access the multiple rows and specific columns using this log functionality. So for that, we need to type, suppose we want to access 1 to 3 row and 2 columns component and weight. So we will type df.log within its square bracket 1 colon 3 comma within list format component comma weight. So it will print the data of rows with the label 1, 2 and 3 and the data of column component and weight. Run the program to check the output. So here you can see that the rows printed are 1, 2 and 3 and the columns printed are only component and weight. Here keep in mind that this .log includes the endpoint, meaning row index 3 is also selected, and as you can see in the output. Next, we may also filter the data using this log functionality. So suppose we want to print the rows which are having the weight greater than 100. So for that we need to type df.log. Within its argument, again we want to access the specific rows. So df within square bracket label, that is weight, and the value we want to consider greater than 100. So it will select all the rows which are having the weight greater than 100, and that will be printed on the screen. So run the program to check the output. So here you can see that the data is filtered and all the rows are printed which are having the weight greater than 100. So here you can see that this .log supports Boolean indexing, allowing complex filtering operations also. Now next, let's look at the ilog functionality, that is integer based indexing. Suppose we want to select a single row using this ilog functionality. So we need to type df.ilog within its square bracket 1. So it selects the second row that is having the index 1. Let us run the program to check the output. So here you can see that the second row with the index 1 is selected and all its data are printed. To select the single column using ilog functionality, again you need to type df.ilog. We want to select all rows, so colon, comma, 2. So it will select the third column for all the rows. Run the program to check the output. So here you can see that the third column, its name is weight, data type is int64, and its index positions are considered. So all the rows for this third column are printed. Using this ilog functionality, again you may select any number of rows and columns you want to print. So suppose we want to access rows 1 and 2 and column 0 to 1. So we need to type df.ilog for the row 1 colon 3 comma for the column 0 colon 2. Here keep in mind that ilog excludes the endpoint, meaning row index 3 is not included. So as we want to select rows 1 to 2, we have mentioned 1 colon 3 as 3 is excluded. Let us run the program to check the output. Here you can see that rows with the index label 1 and 2 and the columns with the index 0 and 1, that is component and material, are selected and printed. In this case, for the row index 3 and for the column 2, these two are excluded from the data. So I hope you got the idea how to make use of this log and ilog functionality. Now as we understood this log and ilog functionality, let's compare them side by side to get the clarity. So this .log functionality is the label based indexing, whereas ilog is the integer based indexing. .log functionality includes the endpoint in slicing, whereas .ilog excludes the endpoint in slicing. The Boolean indexing, that is filtering, is supported in log functionality, but it is not supported in the ilog functionality. So in today's session, we explored indexing and slicing in pandas using this log and ilog. These methods allow us to access, filter, and manipulate data efficiently. Mastering them will significantly enhance your data handling skills. So thank you for attending today. Keep practicing and see you soon in the next session.